If there was one thing I could do for the rest of my life, what would that be? Do babies have dreams? How do D&D sleep at night, knowing that they ruined Game of Thrones for all of us for the rest of time? Do birds look down on a crowd of heads and just pick a head to poop on? Why is there so much hate in the world? When will people stop saying, I am traveling to Africa, and just point out which specific country in Africa they are going to? When will people stop referring to Africa as a country? How many people actually get to live out their dreams? Am I living out my dreams? At what point will I finally get to apply Pythagoras' theorem in my actual life? How much money do I need to have to finally have enough? Why do people say, I don't mean to be rude, but... and then they proceed to say the rudest of things? I'm not a racist, but I'm not victim blaming, but why is it so expensive for Africans to travel in Africa? Is it the S or the C that is silent in the word transcend? Why do dance moves start at 5, 6, 7, 8 and not 1, 2, 3, 4 or 9, 10, 11, 12? If everything about Cinderella changed back to normal when the clock struck 12, why did the glass slipper stay as, well, a glass slipper? Do fish get thirsty? Exactly how much of the history we learned in school is the truth of what actually happened?
Many colonial officials were good, practical, hard-working people devoted to their ideals. They were sure that the strong paternal arm of colonial rule must be a blessing for Africans and would have to be continued for centuries. They firmly believed that if left to themselves, Africans would simply go on living as before, and that, they thought, would be a thoroughly bad thing.
There's no doubt at all that before the colonial period, Africans were playing a far more important and dominant role in the economy than during the colonial period. There were many of them running their own import-export businesses. In the 1920s and 1930s, all these African merchant princes virtually disappeared from the field because the dice were so much loaded against them as a result of the colonial system. The banks were discriminating against them in the granting of loans. The expatriate firms, and particularly the Syrian and Lebanese firms, were undercutting them, and they just could not stand the challenge. And therefore, many of them, they simply ran out of business. And the children of these great merchant princes now became the employees of the great African capitalist companies like UAC, UTC, SUA, and so on.
We say we are free of our colonizers.
Over sovereignty.
And every year we celebrate Democracy Day and Independence Day. But why is it that our native African attires are not regarded as official enough to go to work with? Why does the music scale start at C? If we are people of color, should we then refer to them as people without color? If our destinies have already been predetermined, are we really in control of our lives?